Okay, I've got a new thing. Always concerned about security of my things, bike mainly. I suppose my physical security of my bike is very good. Can't see it. It's in a garage, bottom of my garden. 2 dogs here. What else? Big gates, blah de blah de blah, all the normal stuff. A few. Well, I'm in the countryside. Let's put it this way: there's probably a few people locally. Well, in my corner especially, there's a couple of people who need a gun cabinet, shall we say? But anyway, in my office and in the house, I've got. Well, in the office I've got a canary, in the house I've got a Nest camera, and those cameras are set up so that if they see any activity, how can I explain it? So a Nest and they all work in the same way. You kind of pair the camera with your phone, and if your phone isn't there, so you're away, and it detects somebody, it sends your phone a message. That's basically how they work. But they are quite expensive, and sometimes you do need to do like an annual subscription for them. So I wanted a simple thing to put in the garage, because I'm not. It's a garage. It's basically outside. I don't really want to put a Nest or a canary in a garage because they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. And I was on Amazon yesterday, and this came up on the daily deals, and I think they're normally 50 quid, but it was like £41 on the daily deals. So I thought I'll have a bash with one of these. So box. Okay, HD Cloud quick install guide. We probably won't need that. Oh, smaller than I thought it would be. So this one's 720. So obviously the worst thing. Oh, it's a bit shiny. I don't like shiny things. Yeah, I think the worst thing about a lot of this stuff is. Oh God, it's shiny, isn't it? Ugh. Shiny. Okay, so yeah, camera. Some raw plugs and screws, and you see that? A SIM card removal tool. Why has it got a SIM card removal tool? Network cable. A micro USB. A plug socket, and the bracket to mount it on something. Is that empty? Yep. Okay, so right. God, I can't get over how shiny it is. Shiny's not my thing. Okay, so that's the camera itself. So the idea is to put this into the garage, and yeah, this one apparently you can log into it. So we'll see how that goes. But camera itself, 720, night vision as well. So imagine it's got an IR illuminator there. It's got some bits and pieces, passwords and stuff for when you log in and set it up. Network cable reset. The power cable, the micro socket, and an SD card socket. I'm looking for, unless this is like a standard pack they send out, or a better version you can put a SIM card in. I'm wondering why there's a SIM card removal tool. Hey, so this is going in the garage. So for it to go in the garage has got to be powered. And because the garage is powered, I'll use one of those plug-in network extenders to plug it in continuously, to have it running off the network, and that's how I run it. Okay, let's have a quick scan of this. So yeah, okay, so that looks quite straightforward. Let's go and put it in the garage. Right, slight change of plan. Having had a look at this, I'm going to do a bit of setup first. So I'm downloading the MIPC app on this iPod to see what we get, how we get on. Because apparently I thought, having used one of these a long time ago, that you plugged it into an Ethernet port, set it up, told it the Wi-Fi, and then unplugged it. But it looks like we can do it this way as well. So I'm gonna turn this on, or plug it in, shall we say. So that's it, plugged in. Okay, can you see that? Okay, now we're gonna sign up. So it looks like it's doing its self-check while I create an account. Right, so I've created an account. I'm on. And it says your camera list is empty. Click the upper left corner on the plus to add a device. So, upper left to add a device. MIPC would like to access the camera. Click OK because it's going to do a QR code. Bottom of the camera is a QR code. Okay, let's add that. The device is not online. Please select the internet connection method, Wi-Fi setup. Wi-Fi setup. Yeah, that one will do. Got to add. I've selected it now. I've got to add the Wi-Fi password to it. So, Wi-Fi connection. Please press reset button 1 second and then take off. After listen the voice hint. Wi-Fi lights flash. Wi-Fi lights start flashing in red and green. See the above pictures. So that's what the SIM card tool is for. So it says, please press reset button 1 second. They've obviously missed a word out there. Please press the reset button, which on the picture it says is on the base, but I'm fairly yet on the actual thing itself. It's on the back here. So let's do that for 1 second. 1 off. After listen the voice hint. After listen the voice hint.
Waiting for receiving the wireless config information.
Ah. And then I already heard the voice hint. Already heard the voice hint. So I suspect they're now talking to each other. Oh, it says sound is needed. Are you kidding? That was This is like a history lesson.
Wait for a moment.
Wait, oh, okay. It's like I'm back in the 90s. On a ZX81. I feel like I should play Manic Miner. I was enjoying that. No.
Message to the server.
Oh,
Please wait for a moment.
okay. I'm going to wait. Please wait for a moment. I'm waiting. While I'm waiting, I can read.
Successfully.
That said successfully. Configuration success. Okay. What now? Add device. Add. Oh. Device ID. Blah. For security, change the device default password. The new password should not be. Okay. So, I've logged in. I've added it. I'm now going to change its password. Okay, device ID, blah, add device, change password, config Wi-Fi success, so that all are success, click OK. And that looks like it's... Would like to access the microphone, okay. So, I've now... I don't know if you can, you probably can't see this. I'm going through the bits and pieces. So there is my office, and I think, yeah, I can slide the screen around, and the camera. Let me see if I can. So as I move the screen, the camera pans and let me see if I can get it to tilt. Yep, there we go. Oop, my phone's gone a bit mental. Okay, go back. So that's I'm a bit impressed with that. Yeah, so there you can see. That's what the camera's seeing now, and obviously I suspect that the app itself isn't picking this picture up because it's on my network. I suspect it's because this is being broadcast over the internet, and that's what's picking it up. So that in itself is quite a nice thing. I'm just going to go through a few other things on here, and I'll probably I'll probably do this bit later on. I'm going to now the camera's on Wi-Fi. I'm going to put this in the garage. So it'll be in the garage and it'll be powered. I'm not going to film putting it in the garage for obvious reasons. And then I'll come back to the app and we'll talk about we'll have a look and see what we can see. Right, so yeah, I'm for 40 quid, that, and no subscription for the app, that's really quite good. I'm quite impressed with that. Right, garage. Right, so okay, so I'm in the garage, or the camera's in the garage. Pointing at the wrong thing now. I'm just going to try and move it over that way. I suppose the only thing we're getting now is as I move it, I think you can see the light in the top right there. I think that's the strength of the signal that I'm getting. It's not great. So I'm not getting a brilliant Wi-Fi signal, which I think is what's making it difficult to control turning it, because I'm not getting a good connection to it. So you see it's still turning now as I'm not touching it and stuff. I think it's catching up with what I've said to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bypass the Wi-Fi, and obviously the only issue is that in the garage I've only got 2 plug sockets, so I'm going to have to use one of these bad boys so I can plug it in and go straight into my network, which is going through my power sockets anyway, so hopefully that'll improve. And when I'm looking at it, I think the best, I think the more green I can get that, the better. Right, let's see if we can change it to an Ethernet now. Okay, so I've now we're now on Ethernet. So I've got a green light, and I think it looks around 200 to 140k, where it was on like 30s and stuff. Okay, so yeah, you can see that now I'm on Ethernet. It's a lot more responsive, much more responsive. So so I'm set up. The only issue I've got is that I'm now taking up one of my plug sockets. But then I suppose if it's unplugged, I'll be in the garden, in the garage doing stuff. So yeah, that's it there. That's my garage. And I suspect I'll be able to see this wherever. And the only thing I need to do now is check on the motion stuff. Get that tested. Settings. I might have to I might have to find a small child to do that. Oh, in fact, oh no, I've got somebody else who can do that with me. Right, so do me a favour?
Yeah.
Could you go into the garage and touch my bike and then come out again?
Touch your bike.
And come out again. Cup of tea. Oh, did you hear that? I heard a ping. So I definitely heard something.
Do it again.
Yeah, definitely heard a ping there. Did you hear that? Yeah, so that worked. Right, happy with that. Done. 40 quid that cost. 40 quid. Very happy. Very happy. So then this is it's a bit shaky at the start because I'm closing the door, and then I switches to night vision. I've had to transfer this using VLC because it's in a strange format, but that's not a bad picture. Not a bad picture at all. And I suppose the most interesting part is that all the software and all the stuff you get with it is free as well. So it's a bit of a bargain, really.